Hello friends and welcome to edupediaworld.com. In today's video, we are going to learn the comparison in Spanish. So the Spanish comparatives and superlatives. So what are the comparativos? Comparatives, they are words that compare one thing to another. And the superlatives are words that express the highest degree of comparison of adjectives and verbs used to show the extreme or greatest in quality, quantity, or intensity. Right, so now let's take a look at some common comparatives and superlatives. The first word would be bueno or bien, meaning good. Bueno, bien. Mi equipo es bueno. My team is good. Equipo, team. Mi equipo es bueno. You probably know this already. This is a really common word in Spanish. Bueno. Mi equipo es bueno. So, the comparative for bueno is mejor que, better than. Mejor, better. Mejor que, better than. Mi equipo es mejor que el tuyo. My team is better than yours, than your team. Mi equipo es mejor que el tuyo. My team is better than yours. And finally, the superlative for bueno would be la mejor. Mi equipo es el mejor. My team is the best. Malo or mal means bad. For example, tu coche es malo. Your car is bad. Malo. The comparative would be peor que. Worse. Tu coche es peor que el de ella. Your car is worse than hers. Peor que. And the superlative would be la peor, the worst. As in, for example, tu coche es el peor. Your car is the worst. Viejo, old. Mi ordenador es viejo. My computer is old. Mi ordenador es viejo. The comparative for viejo would be mayor que, older than. Mi ordenador es más viejo que el tuyo. My computer is older than yours. Yo soy mayor que tú. I'm older than you. Realize that you can use both más viejo que or older. We'll see the formula to do the más viejo que later on. La mayor would be the superlative, the oldest. Soy la mayor de la casa. I'm the oldest of the house. But you can also say, mi ordenador es el más viejo. My computer is the oldest. The opposite, joven, young. Somos jóvenes, we are young. The comparative would be menor que or más joven que. Somos menores que vosotros. We are younger than you. But you could also say, somos más jóvenes que vosotros. Meaning also, we are younger than you. The superlative would be la menor. eres la menor de todos. You are the youngest of all. Or also, eres la más joven de todos. You are the youngest of all. The point here is to learn the words that change, okay? The comparatives and superlative words that change, because we'll learn later on in this video a formula in order to create these comparatives, okay? So don't worry. And as I have told you, there is a general rule, right, to do so in Spanish, and we're going to just take a look at them. So from now on in the video, we're going to see the rules on how to form the comparison or the superlative, depending on whether we're talking about the comparison of equality, of inequality, of if we are talking about superlatives, okay? So let's go for it. So let's start with the comparison of inequality, where you know already that if two things are not equal, they are unequal, right? So let's see now how the rule works in order to create these inequality comparatives. So we use the words más or menos, more or less, it all depends on what you want to say, okay? Más, menos, plus an adjective, adverb, or noun, plus the word que. Okay, so más or menos, blank, que. Let's see, we are going to see a few examples of this, okay? But just remember this formula. Más, menos, plus adjective, adverb, or noun, plus que. Más and menos and que are the keywords here, okay? So let's see some examples of this. Tú eres más baja que yo. You're shorter than I. We have already seen this, but with different pronouns. Tú eres más baja que yo. Mónica habla más lentamente que Sofía. Mónica speaks more slowly than Sophie. Mónica habla más lentamente que. Okay? And ellos tienen menos libros que Arturo. They have fewer books than Arthur. Ellos tienen menos libros que. Okay, in these three sentences you can see the pattern, you can see the rule. And you have to be careful, because if the comparative is followed by a number, we use de rather than que. Let's see an example of this. This is not that difficult, okay? Just don't freak out with this. Just like the comparative is followed by a number, we use de rather than que. It's just another formula that we have to learn. For example, hay menos de 15 alumnos en la clase. There are less than 15 students in the class. Instead of menos que, menos de, okay? Hay menos de 15 alumnos en la clase. And when the sentence is negative, que is used even with numbers to convey the meaning only, okay? So when you see a no or negative word in the phrase, we always use que. For example, the affirmative sentence would be Tengo más de 10 euros. I have more than 10 euros. And the negative would be No tengo más que 10 euros. I only have 10 euros. Okay? Tengo más de 10 euros. No tengo más que 10 euros. When you see numbers in the sentence, you only have to pay attention whether the sentence is negative or affirmative, okay? So now let's see the comparison of equality. So the formula, there are two different formulas. First one would be tan plus the adjective of adverb plus como. Tan blank como. And then also we have tanto, tanta, tantos, tantas plus substantive plus como. Okay? You use one kind of tanto, one of the words or the other, depending on the gender and the number of the substantive or the noun. Okay. So for the comparison of equality, we have tan blank como or tanto, tanta, tantos, tantas, noun, como. Okay? Remember, tan with adjective and adverb, it never change, and tanto with noun. For example, el libro es tan bueno como la película. The book is as good as the movie. Tan bueno como. And now let's see the other rule. Juan tiene tanto dinero como María. John has as much money as María. See how tanto has the same gender or number of this noun. For example here, mis padres tienen tanta paciencia como los tuyos. My parents have as much patience as yours. Tanta paciencia como. Tenemos tantos libros como ellos. We have as many books as them. Tenemos tantos libros como ellos. So, choose the form of tanto to agree with the noun it modifies. Okay? That's the key. So, tanto, male and singular. Tanta, female and singular. Tantos, male and plural. Tantas, female and plural. It is not that difficult once you learn it and once you start using it. Okay? So, just keep that in mind. You're just learning, so it won't be that difficult when you already know it and when you already use it and when you talk Spanish. So now let's just take a look at the rule to create the superlatives, okay? So we need first the definite article, el, la, los, las, plus a noun, and as in English we can omit the noun, plus más, menos, depending what you want to say, plus the adjective, plus de. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult, but once you see it in some examples, you'll see it is not that difficult at all. Okay, so el, la, los, las, noun, más or menos, adjective, de. Let's see some examples of this. Marcos es el chico más simpático de la clase. Marcos is the nicest boy in the class. Simpático, nice. Verónica es la chica más inteligente de la clase. If we take out or omit the noun, would be Verónica es la más inteligente de la clase. Verónica is the smartest girl in the class, or Verónica is the smartest in the class. Okay, see, it is not that difficult. And we've seen everything we had to see about the comparatives and superlatives in Spanish. So far, there are some tricky things that we'll see in the future, like when we start with the intermediate level, now. But so far, this is everything you have to know about the the comparatives and superlatives. In the next video, we're gonna take a look at the demonstrative adjectives, okay? Well, this was all for today. Once again, thanks for watching and hasta la próxima. See you later.